Hey everyone, it's Brad Dohak, broker and owner of Gulf Point Properties. Now I have some information that I need to share with you. I learned it last year and thought to myself, how could I possibly hold on to this information and not share it with you? This is the best real estate investing information that I have ever received in my life, and I've been in real estate now. I've been licensed for 13 years in the state of Florida. So here's the deal. Here's what it is. I'm just going to cut to the chase. I'm not going to have a long video that we do it at the very end. I'm going to cut to the chase. So I learned this on a podcast, and I'll share the link below, but it's absolutely phenomenal. People are always looking for good retirement strategies. They don't have faith in the stock market, but they know long-term real estate has a good success as far as a return on investment. Now, here's the deal. It's been a little bit more challenging recently to get high cash flowing properties, right, as investment properties. That's okay with this strategy. That's all right. So here's the deal. The idea is to buy one property per year for 15 years. How am I going to do that, you wonder? How can I possibly buy one property per year for 15 years? Let me tell you, there is always a way. If you can figure out how to get out of your head, there's private money, there's standard loans. If you've got the cash, by all means, that's great. But here is the process. So if you buy one property and you finance that property on a 15-year mortgage, okay? So we'll finance on a 15-year mortgage. Then we're gonna rent out that property. All you're trying to do with this rental is to cover your costs. If you get positive cash flow, fantastic. If you get negative cash flow, not ideal, but not the end of the world with this strategy. Okay, so we've bought one property, financing over a 15-year period, good to go. Second year rolls around, buy another property, finance that over a 15-year period. Okay, third year, same thing. Fourth year, fifth, same, all the way through the 15th year. So after 15 years, you have you've got inventory, you've got 15 properties that are in your bucket of retirement, right? And so what happens on the 16th year is that the first property that you purchased is completely paid off. You own that property free and clear, and as long as somebody was covering your expenses, a renter, over those 15 years, you didn't have to pay down that loan at all. The renter is the one who paid down that loan. So now, on the 16th year, you've got a property that's free and clear because somebody else paid that down for you, and that's a huge asset to you. So what do you do then? Now is when, let's say that you're into retirement at this point, you may or may not be, but on that 16th year, you can refinance that first property. So let's say you take out 80% of the equity, and for the sake of this, an easy example, let's just say it's worth $100,000. You take out 80% of the equity as a loan, a mortgage against that property, and you refinance that again for another 15 years. Now all of a sudden you have $80,000 in cash that's tax-free because you're just taking your equity out of the property that you can live off for that year. Okay? $80,000 tax-free money. Doesn't get much better than that, right? Next year, you do the same exact thing. So you can have, again, let's just say it's $100,000 properties, $80,000 a year in perpetuity at this point because you're just refinancing every year that for 15 years. So you'll get an income from all of these properties that's tax-free because you're able to refinance. Oh my goodness, does that get any better than that? I just don't think so. So that, depending on where you are in life, could be a phenomenal strategy for you to ensure that you and your family will have cash flow and income forever. I hope you enjoyed that tip. Let me know your thoughts below.